Hi, welcome to Momentum Monday. I'm Dana Middleton, your host. Welcome. It's so good to see you here today. I really want to talk about something that's been coming up for me, and I think it comes up for all artists, all creative people, probably all people at large. But this idea of trusting yourself, like trusting that your way is the right way for you. And I really believe that when we align with that and that we really feel like, yes, I know my way's right for me, no matter what anybody says. And when you're an artist, everybody has something to say about how you should do things. Think about like all the people who aren't living your kind of life, who have suggestions all the time. Why don't you know, give a call to that nice Mr. Spielberg. That was one I think I heard 20 years ago, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that." Or in the meantime, I walk down the street and say hi to him. I mean, all the things that come up that people maybe outside of your industry don't quite understand and make your head almost explode. And so we really have to separate ourselves and create boundaries around those kinds of comments. I mean, just kind of let them roll off. It's no big deal. I don't need to listen to everyone's opinion. Not everyone is right about me, nor do they necessarily have the correct knowledge that's going to help me. When we make ourselves right, when we approve of how we're doing it, it starts to flow. And I'm talking about approving of your process. I have these writer friends, people I know who get up at like at 5 in the morning to write every morning. And I think, wow, wouldn't that be great? Maybe I should do that. That would last for like 2 days for me. That's not my process. I can't do somebody else's 5 a.m. process. Um, I have to do my process, which is different than that. How about your pace? Like how quickly you get something done, how thorough you are, how just all the hows. What are your hows? And are they working for you? Now, if they're not working for you, maybe you need to do a little bit more, kind of looking at all of it. But also, it might not be working for you because you don't approve of it, because maybe people around you don't understand or approve of your process or get it. And so a part of you is buying into that energy. So if you full on go, I approve of me, I approve of my process, this is it, and really get on board, give that a chance before you change things, because you might really know intuitively what's the best for you to get where you want to go and to do what you want to do and to create what you want to create, because that's really the main thing, creating what you want to create. I do want to say one thing here. I want you to seek out discomfort, though, meaning I want you to expand. Expansion comes with discomfort, and so that is an important part of the process. So I'm not advocating just being comfortable, because comfortable is not the aim. Discomfort really is necessary sometime, but at the same time, I want you to learn to trust yourself. So expand in ways that feel right, uncomfortable enough, but not completely not you. Sometimes you're encouraged, or we're encouraged to do things that just don't feel right. You get to trust that it doesn't feel right. If it just feels a little uncomfortable, then maybe consider it, but if it just feels like, no, that is not me, you get to say, that's not me, and I'm not doing that. So this is really a process of learning yourself, having intuition about yourself, trusting yourself, and also sometimes going, wait, if I'm not doing this, am I sabotaging myself? Am I sabotaging my expansion? So it's complicated and it might do your head in sometimes, so don't let it. But there are lots of things to consider here. And that means every moment of just trusting, listening, maybe recalculating, whatever it is, but really, really being in tune with yourself. Because the more you're in tune with yourself, the more your life is going to flow and grow, because that's just the way it is. All right. And try to have a really good vibration on the way. Would you like to do some tapping now? Why don't we do some tapping about just affirmation tapping, like I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust my journey. I trust my pace. I trust my process. Because, and then you're going to see when we're doing this affirmation tapping, how true is this? How much are you really trusting yourself? How much are you listening to yourself? And then we'll do some rebuttal and reframe. And hopefully by the end, it will feel good. All right, I'd love to hear if this resonates with you. Please let me know. So let's take a breath. If you're new to tapping, just tap along with me. We're going to be tapping on meridian points on the body to tap in actually positive affirmations and release old blocked energy that doesn't serve us anymore. It's a lot more complicated than that, but it's also as simple as that. So just follow along and let's do it together. Okay, so let's start on the eyebrow point. You're going to use both of these fingers here on each side of the hand, or just one hand is fine. Let's do one. Let's just do one side of the face today. How about that? And repeat after me. I trust my process. I trust myself. I know that my process is the right process for me, that my pace is the right pace for me, and that when I really trust myself and approve of the way I do it, it all might work easier for me. It might just put me into a flow. Take a breath. I am open to expansion, doing it my way. Okay, how did that feel, first of all? Did that feel true, or did you get some yeah buts? Let's play with some of that right now. Some stuff that might have come up that doesn't feel in alignment with those affirmations that we just said. So let's just say, yeah, but this other person does it so differently and she's found big success. Not everybody agrees with the way that I do things. I don't think I work hard enough sometimes. And I think I need to work really hard to get where I want to go. Sometimes I don't think I get to things early enough. And didn't I always learn that the early bird catches the worm? Oh gosh, I don't know. I could be doing more. I could be making myself more uncomfortable. I just don't know if I can approve of the way that I do things to get me where I want to go. Now, if a lot more came up for you, you can pause this and just keep tapping. Yeah, but, yeah, but, yeah, but. What's coming up that's in opposition to the affirmations that, I trust my process. My process works for me. Now let's reframe for a moment and just be like, but what if, right? But what if my process is actually the way for me? That doing it my way works for me if I let it. What if I could get on board with me exactly as I am and exactly how I do things? What if that success for that other person, the way that they did it, is just not the way that I am going to do it or could do it? What if I have to use my tools and trust that my tools work for me? Even if sometimes they don't feel hard enough. Okay, hard enough, right? Sometimes we feel like, oh gosh, I've just got to work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard. Hey, I'm all for hard work, but I'm more for alignment and alignment with work, right? That's the great place to be where everything can get into flow. So let's go back to that affirmation. See if it feels the original affirmations. See how they feel now. Okay. So how about you say, I'm willing to trust my process a little bit more today? Willing to trust my pace, to know that I know the right way for me. And if I'm sabotaging or resisting, I can figure that out too. I can trust that I know the answers as I go. And since this thing I do is important to me, that I'm finding my way. In fact, what if I know my way already and I just have to trust it? I am willing to trust my process and trust that I know the right way to do this. Okay. Take a yawn, a stretch. Obviously, I needed that today because I yawned. I think it's something ongoing to trust our process and also to call bullshit on ourselves when we're sabotaging or resisting because we do it all, right? Expansion is so scary and we want to stay safe and in our comfort zone, that sometimes we will be knocked off our path by other people's opinions, by our own sabotage, by whatever. But if we can just kind of keep on that track, sometimes slowly, you know, an artist's life is not necessarily about speed. Sometimes it's about taking time away from everything, like having time to let things kind of percolate and, reveal themselves to you. And sometimes we just want to work so hard and be so on it that we forget that part of being a creative person is about space and play and relax and all those other things that need to go in the pot of your creative life. All right. Thanks for being here today. Take this in and see how it feels. And I will see you next time.